What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing an injury update for one of our players, and of course it's a positive one. His name is Lonzo Ball. Now, we've had quite a few Lonzo Ball injury updates over the last couple of months, but this one might be the most promising in his inevitable return to the NBA, and we're going to discuss a little bit about it and more in this video. Now, before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and Lonzo Ball, and can you see Lonzo Ball returning game 1 of the NBA with the Chicago Bulls team? Because at the end of the day, as much as it is about his potential return, there is still a chance that return may not be with the Chicago Bulls. For whatever reason, Lonzo Ball could potentially get bought out by the Bulls and could potentially get traded by the Bulls. So there's a lot of avenues this can go down, but we do know that Lonzo Ball is itching for his return and he's getting closer to his return, and this news right here only really signifies that matter. The news is that Lonzo Ball in August, so right now for me it's July 28th, so in August he's expected to play 5-on-5 for the first time since this injury. 5-on-5, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to be doing it in August. That is the big update, ladies and gentlemen. That's not necessarily an injury update, but it's more of a progression update, I guess you could say, for Lonzo Ball. And the first thing I thought about when I heard this news is basically he's there. He's ready. That's honestly what I thought, because, you know, 5-on-5 is basically the closest you could get before actually returning. Guess what the NBA is? It's 5-on-5. You know, sure, there's some people on the bench that come in every now and then, but it's 5-on-5. That's the main concept of basketball. 5v5. If you're able to do that, you know, in training or in the off season, and you're able to do that as your training method to recover, you're basically, in my opinion, just about there, ready to return. So that's a big positive news for me, at least, ladies and gentlemen. This means that I believe, personally, he'll be ready for training camp. This means, for me personally, I think he'll be ready for preseason, and that obviously means, me personally, I think he'll be ready for the regular season. Now, of course, we still have to be extra careful with Lonzo Ball, because just because he might be returning relatively soon doesn't mean he won't be returning in a fragile state. Lonzo Ball's career in itself right now is a fragile topic of discussion and a fragile environment. One wrong move, one wrong step could potentially end this individual's career, and no one wants to see that happen. So just as much as he might be ready to return, just as much as he's ready to make that statement, it's now Lonzo Ball and the Bulls' responsibility to be extra careful to make sure things go smoothly by training camp and the regular season as well. We have to make sure of this. We can't let any sort of, I guess, minor detail or major detail go unnoticed. We have to be cautious, is what I'm trying to say. You know, if this was any other player, if this was, for example, a Kobe White, for example, because again, he's a very durable player, Mr. Kobe White. He's had one big injury in the terms of his career, but other than that, relatively stable. Then maybe you could, I guess, let things slide just a little bit. But with Lonzo Ball, the injury that he has had, how significant it is, and what many people are projecting his career to end like because of this injury, you have to be 100% spot on with every decision that you make. There can't be room for error. There can't be any room for unknowns. You've got to make sure everything is done to the letter of the T. That's all I'm going to say on the situation, but ultimately I'm very happy with this news. Another big positive story. Now, if it's with the Bulls or not, I can always say this. I will say this to the moon and back. I believe it will be stupid to waive Lonzo Ball or buy him out, essentially. I think it will be the worst decision that we make. And honestly, it's a complete waste of time. You won't find anyone that could do Lonzo job, I guess, better than him, even with this injury at this point in time as that 15th man. It just doesn't make sense to me. And you still have to pay him anyway, so it's not like you're getting that money in free agency. If you waive Lonzo Ball, then you had an extra $21 million to spend. That's a different story. We don't have that type of money, and we won't be using that type of money. Trading him, I would be open to a trade for Lonzo Ball. I've said that constantly as well. I think trading him is the better scenario than waiving him, but we'll have to wait and see. I still don't think there are many teams that will want to give Lonzo Ball that chance. The Bulls might be his only option. And for the Bulls, it's a good experiment. Again, when there's no pressure on us next season. There really isn't. I mean, we've decided to go younger. Many Bulls fans don't expect us to go and win a championship next season or anything like that. This is the perfect situation for Lonzo Ball to come back where there's little to no pressure. There's no, I guess, expectation for this Bulls team at the moment. He can come in and make a difference. He really could. Or he could come in and stink up the joint, and it's only for a season. Either way, I think it makes sense for the Bulls to keep him around, but what do I know? I'm just a guy sitting in my room talking about the Bulls day in and day out, just giving my opinion. We'll wait and see what ends up happening with Lonzo Ball, but overall, in terms of the story itself and the news itself, this is positive. I like this, and I want to see more of this. Heck, release the footage of him playing 5v5. I think they'll make many people happy, including myself, but we'll wait and see. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever is necessary. It will really, really help me out, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.